Today's video is what to do when your thoughts and feelings do not match when you are manifesting. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new to my channel. My name is Sabine and I am a manifesting coach. If you are interested in working with me or in one of my resources, please check the description down below. Alternatively, you can go on my website at Zennumerostar.com. So today's video has to do with what you can do when your thoughts and feelings are not a match. Towards the end of the video, I will show you my way to do it. It is a process and it has worked not only for me but also for my clients. This video is going to help you if you are in one of those situations. Number one, if you find it difficult to feel a certain way to manifest your desire. If you want something but when you think about it, it aches, or you feel sad or frustrated or angry or desperate or lost. If you know that your thoughts and feelings are a mismatch and you want to have them being a match. If you have tried what we call living in the end, as recommended and coined by Neville Goddard, but you've had no result so far. Let's briefly recap why this is important. Well, simply put, it is your aligned heart-brain vibration that will manifest what you want. The natural manifestation process is this. As a child from birth up to 7 years of age, and then for the next 2 cycles of 7 years, you have first connected situations with emotions, and that connection has formed certain beliefs that trigger certain emotions within you every time a similar situation pops up in your reality as an adult. If what you want is part of your belief system, you're good to go. You don't have anything to do and your manifestation will show up quickly. This is the natural process. However, if you are watching this video, I will assume that it is because you are conscious of the fact that your manifestations are not showing up because there is a mismatch in your heart and brain connection, and as such, manifestation is derailed. In some other cases, it could feel that you've reached a plateau or that you are falling back into the trap of the past emotions and beliefs. You do understand by now that there is no magic trick to make it happen. Your manifestation will show up and will last, that is important to say, when you are in the right vibration. Okay, that's great. This is very conceptual, but how do you do it exactly? Okay, we've just seen that your vibration is a mix of the way you have connected a situation with an emotion. That connection has generated tons of thoughts and has been archived into your memory bank. So one step is to extract that belief and to find out what is the original belief to be observed and modified. To illustrate what I'm saying, let's take the example of an SP who has just left you. Thinking about it still aches and you're in pain. This is the result of your vibration. You see, your SP was only the messenger and has boomeranged back to you what you believe to be true around relationships, around him or her, within the relationship, and more importantly, about you within the relationship. I insist on the last thing. I'm saying more importantly about what you think of yourself in relationships, because depending on what you think of yourself, you will have the same patterns happening to you. Whereas if you think that your SP is not the ideal person for you, but you have a strong self-image, then you'll be fine in other relationships. I hope this makes sense. You are the one with the beliefs, so you are the one who needs to look within and see what's going on. In the manifesting values that I posted a while ago, you know that there were a few values that you can tap into in order to be in a good position to manifest what you want. So now what? Now it's time to practice what you've learned and do the inner work. First, understand where you stand in the situation in relation to your thoughts. Once you've done that, remind yourself of your situation. You should experience an emotion because a thought triggers an emotion. Let it be. You need to feel that negative emotion. You have triggered it on for that purpose. Now, stay with it, but detach from the situation. Understand that the situation was only the trigger. It might seem difficult for you to understand this right now, but emotional triggers are actually an opportunity for you to deal with those emotions and start afresh. Listen to that emotion on its own. Again, it is extremely important that you detach your situation from the triggered emotion. The situation is not the problem, your emotions are not the problem, nothing and no one is a problem. What is currently happening is that a few connections were made at an age when your interpretation was based on situations that your brain could not fully comprehend. And then your sensitivity has signaled to your brain that you needed even more protection than the usual safe net, and you ended up seeing red flags constantly or being triggered constantly, reinforcing the negative connection. Now, remember that your emotions are like a child. That child is the young you that is hurting and showing her or his wounds to you. Until you listen to the child and reassure the child that everything is okay and that nothing bad will happen, the child will keep kicking and having tantrums. Ignoring your child is not the solution. Letting the child deal with the emotions is not the solution. Screaming at the child to stop having emotions is not the solution. Waiting until the child hopefully is too tired to have an emotional reaction is still not the solution. The only solution is for you to parent the child and nurture the emotions of the child. As you have matured, you understand that for a child, certain emotions are unbearable and do not make sense. So you are gentle with the child, you let the child express the depth of their emotions. You show love, understanding, respect to the child's emotions. The child is innocent of any wrongdoing. The child needs you. The child doesn't need any SP right now and doesn't care about anything else than their emotions. And that's normal. The child actually doesn't want to hear anything about your adult situation. So sit with your inner child, sit with your emotions and only the emotions. This will have the effect to dissolve the negative emotion that was blocking you and consequently eliminate that open wound. Now that your child is reassured, double check that your beliefs are on point and get on with your life, knowing that your manifestation is now fully activated and is actually being diligently delivered to you. No more questioning, no more wondering if this has worked. Trust me, you will feel that this has worked. And you will know that there was a shift because you won't be so stressed out about your manifestation. You won't try to control the ins and outs. You will trust that everything is in order and that all is well. You will even realize that your life doesn't suck as much as you thought it did, because when you were operating from the open wound, your set point was geared towards the negative aspect of what needed to be resolved. Now that you have cleared your energy, you can relax and make the best of what you have already created, knowing that your next manifestation is on its way to you. And this concludes the video for today. Now, I have talked about it to some of my clients and I can tell that this was a needed video. So take your time to absorb the information. If you want to know more about it, remember that I have designed a self-course for you on how to manifest like a pro. And on that note, happy manifesting.